100 for 100. All right, the podcast for all you new movie watchers out there, man. These are the 100 films that I think every new movie watcher should check out first. And I took these 100 films and I racked them and I stacked them. I ranked them for you from 100 to 1, because what else am I going to do in 2020, right? And we're putting one a day out for the first 100 days of the year 2020. Each one of these is accompanied by a 100-word review of said film. That's how you get the title for this show. It all makes sense. When you boil it all down to steam, it all makes sense. Me, your host, Seed, for this bit of business here, and we're talking about number 77 today, The Batman. The Batman, 1989, directed by a guy you might have heard of named Tim Burton. This is the movie that put the sauce back on Batman's name. Before we get into any of that, man, let's get into this 100-word review that I have for Batman. In the decades leading up to this film, DC Comics character Batman had become mostly a punchline, due in large part to Adam West's portrayal on the TV show. Burton returns the character and the world of Gotham to a much more grounded state while infusing the director's signature style. Michael Keaton, amidst a much derided casting decision, plays Bruce Wayne spectacularly opposite Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale. Jack Nicholson became the Joker to beat, adapting the character as an intelligent but ruthless and unpredictable mobster. Batman 1989 returned the character to its roots and ushered in a new era of respectability. And good Lord, did they need it. Between Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns in 1985, I do believe, and Frank Miller's Year One, the 1989 Batman, and I think the 1991 Batman The Long Halloween. I think those things made the greatest strides to returning, I wouldn't even say returning him back to what he was, but giving Batman the personality, the will and determination, the grit, the smarts, the know-how that he is commonly known. And of course, they took that and ratcheted it way up for the Nolan trilogy. But yeah, this put Batman on the road to what the character should always have been. We had the Batman comics back in the day, back in the 30s and the 40s, I do believe. Batman stretches all the way back out to the 30s. Yeah, like maybe 1940. But Batman's been around for a minute. Is the easiest way of saying that. And this movie, the Tim Burton Batman, that's the one where people are like, oh, he's not just goofy with the calling people chum and the punchlines and the pows and the zings and the zaps and the onomatopoeias. No, that is not what Bruce Wayne Batman is all about. And then I would say Tim Burton knew that, but I also don't think Tim Burton ever read a Batman comic. I think he just took a character and did what he wanted to do with it. Warner Brothers is like, all right, we'll give you this shit, but don't get too crazy with it. We saw Beetlejuice. And then after the success of this, they're like, do what you want for Batman Returns. And it got way too Tim Burton. But this Batman is incredible. The stylistic choices, the direction, the cinematography on this. Although actually, I think I will give Batman Returns has the better cinematography. But this gives us some iconic shots. He's got the Prince soundtrack. He's got the Joker pulling out the world's longest .357 Magnum. Though, where does he get those wonderful toys? This is the first or one of the earliest examples of maybe we should trust the casting process. And this is also why the two categories that are sorely lacking from the Oscars are stunts and casting. Because if you don't get your casting right, then your actors have no chemistry. And they certainly do in this film. I thought Keaton and Kim Basinger had great chemistry. I thought Keaton and Nicholson had great chemistry. I thought Nicholson and Jack Palance had great chemistry together. And that goes a long way in the casting. And this is one of the earliest examples of people like, what the hell are you doing casting Johnny Dangerously, that goofy dude over there as your Bruce Wayne, as your Batman? Doesn't make any sense. And years down the road, we still have not learned. The same shit came up for Heath Ledger's Joker, and we were proven wrong yet again. The same shit for Robert Pattinson's Batman coming out next year. And I'm fairly certain that we will probably be proved wrong yet again. But this Batman, man, this is the one that got the ball really rolling on things. Like between was 1989 Batman and the 1979 Superman, that's what really kickstarted the comic book movie joints. That's when people started finding out, oh, these could actually be, these funny books could be taken seriously. And they should be taken seriously because it's just yet another form of serialized storytelling, like, say, a TV series is. Check out the 1989 Batman if you have not. Justice for Bob the Henchman. Check it out.